Hello everybody and welcome to another A+ 1102 course with a practice exam at the end of the video. In today's video, as usual, I am going to take you through everything you need to know for exam objective 1.3, the Microsoft Management Console or MMC snap-in. So we're going to have a look at everything we need to know about just this middle dot point here. Right, we're going to go through all of this. I'm going to give you everything you'll need to know for your exam, and at the end of the video, I'll give you some practice exam questions so you can get an idea of how ready you are to take your exam, and you can walk in there with a level of confidence that you're going to want if you're going to be taking this exam. So let's go ahead and get straight into it with the MMC. First of all, what is the MMC? What is the Microsoft Management Console? So it is a framework for hosting a bunch of different administrative tools called snap-ins. It allows you to manage various aspects of Windows, including hardware, software, and network components. So you can access the MMC. I simply just press on the Windows tab and I just type in MMC and it comes up right there, run command, MMC, right? So you run that, yes, and it'll open this up. Now, essentially, this is it. It's just an empty window, right? You can configure this to host a wide variety of administrative tools that will allow you to gather information on different kind of things and see a wide variety of information. So let's go ahead and have a look at some of the specific snap-ins that you'll be using and that you'll need to know for your exam. The first one is Event Viewer. Now, this allows you to view the system, application, and security logs to troubleshoot errors and track system events. So if you have anything happen and you're like, hey, what happened there? I might need to find out more information about that. You could go to the Event Viewer and look at the logs for that, which will give you detailed information as to what happened. So, for us, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pull in my command prompt, my Windows PowerShell. I'm going to just type in this, right? This brackets, this is essentially just the command that you can actually type into your command prompt in order to bring up this snap-in. Okay, so I'm going to just go event viewer.msc. and it'll run and it'll actually bring it up. Now, as this comes up, you'll see it will actually start to populate itself with a wide variety of events, right? So that's a lot of events occurring. I haven't looked at this and really I never look at this, to be honest, in my day-to-day life other than filming for this course or studying for my exam. So you can see here on the left, it tells you what level the log notification is at, the date and the time, the source, the event ID, and all of the information you'll need to be able to do anything with that. So that is important, right? So I've got a warning here, okay, and then it will give you more information here as to what is going on so that I can use this to troubleshoot anything that might be happening with my system. Definitely something you need to know for your exam. The next one is the disk management. This allows you to manage disk drives and partitions, including formatting, creating, deleting, and extending volumes. So if I go ahead, do the same thing, I can open that up and I'll go disk management.msc. That will bring this up. And I can have a look at my disk and the different partitions that I have on my disk. It tells me what percentage of that partition is free, the complete capacity, is it healthy, is there something wrong with it, what file system. So at the moment I'm running NTFS. Hey, what operating system am I running based off of that? You should be able to know that, and you'll need to know that for your exam. NTFS, I'm running Windows, right? That's the file system for Windows. We did that in a previous video, I think, or maybe a future video. I can't remember the order off the top of my head, but I definitely covered that in this video series. So that is disk management. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is Task Scheduler. It's in the name what this one is, right? It allows you to automate tasks to run at specific times or based on certain events. So you can create and manage scheduled tasks for various actions, like running applications, running scripts, or sending emails. Set triggers for a task execution as well. So at a specific time, on system startup, or when a certain event occurs. So similarly, you can just head in there and you can just type in task schedule.msc. That'll open it up, get it booted, and you can then begin to schedule your tasks. It's very unlikely you'll need to know specifically how to do that. More likely you'll just need to know roughly what does that mean, what is it about, and it never hurts to have a play with it and try to figure it out, but for the most part just know what it is, that it is an option, and why and when you would use it. The next one is Device Manager. So device management.msc allows you to view and manage hardware devices installed on your system, including drivers and their status. So you can check what drivers you have. Are they up to date? You can update to the new driver as well. You can update, disable, uninstall, or roll back device drivers. You can view device properties and troubleshoot driver-related issues. So we have got a screenshot there, but again, I'll open up the full thing so you can have a look. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go dev management.msc, open that up, and here we've got our the devices that are on our system, and we can also have a look at the drivers for those devices too. You can scan for hardware changes. Has anything changed with the hardware? Is anything going wrong? You can also, what's something that might have a driver? You can come into your monitor, hit the arrow. Maybe I want to update the driver for my Lenovo monitor, right? I can update the driver, disable the device, uninstall the device, or scan for hardware changes. So if you want to kind of troubleshoot any hardware issues or anything to do with drivers, that is where you would want to be going. Alrighty, now the next one is Certificate Manager or certmanager.msc. This allows you to manage certificates used for authentication, encryption, and digital signatures. The key features are you can view your installed certificates, including their purpose and validity period, and you can import, export, and manage certificates for various applications. So again, we'll open it up, see what it looks like, and think about when we might be using this. So certmgr.msc, open that up. Right, these are all of the certificates I currently have. So I can go into personal, go into certificates, and then I can actually have a look at the specific certificates that I have, and I have some information. It's issued to, it's issued by, the expiration date, the intended purpose, right? So I've got a lot of different information there that I can use, but really, again, for your exam, you'll just need to know you can use Certificate Manager to check your current certificates for that specific user on the specific device, see if they are expired, who issued that certificate, and who it was issued to. That's at a broad scale what you'll need to know. You won't really need to know much more than that for your exam, right? The A+, it's like a broad exam, but it doesn't go super deep. Again, though, it can never hurt to have a play around with it. So open it up on your device, have a play. But just, that's pretty much what you're going to need to understand for your exam. So the final one, I believe, is local users and groups, which allows you to manage user accounts, local groups, and their permissions on the system. The key features are you can create, modify, and delete user accounts, and you can manage group membership and assign permissions to users and groups. All right, so again, go ahead and open that up. Local user manager.msc. Now, because I have Windows 11, I actually don't have this in the snap in, but if you have Windows 10, you should see the snap in here, right? So again, feel free to have a play with it, but again, just at a high level, you'll need to know what it is used for. You can use the local users and groups section to manage user accounts, local groups, and their permissions on the system. So if you want to change permissions, manage permissions of users on the system, you could use that. That's at a large scale what you'll need to know. Okay, performance monitor, sorry, I think this is the last one. Performance monitor, or perfmon. This allows you to monitor system performance by collecting and analyzing data on various resources like CPU, memory, disk, and network usage. The key features are you can view in real time the performance data in graphs and charts, set performance counters to monitor specific metrics, and analyze historical performance data to identify trends and bottlenecks. So we'll go ahead and open that one up, perfmon, and I have my performance monitor right here. So here I can see a wide variety of information that I could use to help me figure out what's going on in my system. I've got the system summary with a lot of different statistics. You can pause and have a look at what those are specifically if you want to. I can head over to my performance manager and I can see it in graph format, right? I can see what's going on in real time, see the real time changes there. So that's what you would use Performance Monitor for. Essentially, just understand you would use Performance Monitor to monitor your system performance, right? It's pretty intuitive when you put it like that. That's the last one. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I got up before work to do this, so my brain's a little scrambled, forgive me. Group Policy Editor, or gpedit.msc, allows you to configure group policy settings to manage user and computer configurations across a domain. Now, remember, this is about domain access, and this, if you remember from the previous videos, isn't actually available on your home editions, okay? It is not available on Windows 10 Home. It allows you to define policies for security, network settings, software installation, and user behavior, and apply policies to specific user groups or domain computers. Now, I've got Windows 11 Home on my device, but just like Windows 10 Home, I don't actually have access to GP edit. So I can't show you this in real time, but again, just know that you would use GP edit or group policy editor to configure group policy settings and manage user and computer configurations across a domain, right? It's tied to that idea of a domain. So long as you understand that, you will be okay. Now, it is time for our questions. So meditate on everything we've just spoken about, and let's get to our questions for the day. Question number 1 reads, you are troubleshooting a recent blue screen error on your computer. The error message might offer clues about the hardware or software that caused the crash. Which snap-in within the Microsoft Management Console, or MMC, would be the most helpful to examine for potential error messages related to the crash? A. Event Viewer. B. Disk Management. C. Task Scheduler. Or D. Device Manager. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer coming in 3, 2, 1, now. That answer is Event Viewer. So that is the first one we looked at, I believe, in this video, with that list of different events and the label for how severe the log entry was, right? That is the first one we looked at. So feel free to pause and have a read. But just know, Event Viewer is used if something crashes and you want to see what happened, what event was logged in order to cause that crash to happen. Event Viewer is going to be the one that you're going to want to use. The second question asks, an application you rely on keeps crashing with a security error message. You suspect there might be an issue with the application's digital signature. Which snap-in within the Microsoft Management Console, or MMC, would be the most appropriate tool to manage and inspect application certificates? A. Local users and groups. B. Performance Monitor. C. Group Policy Editor. Or D. Certificate Manager. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer in 3, 2, 1. Now, it is, of course, Certificate Manager. Remember, that's the one we went into and we managed all of the certificates. We could see who issued the certificate, who it was issued to, etc. All of that relevant information. So it's important you do know what each part of the MMC is used for and when you would use each. The next question is, you are working on a new project that requires access to local user accounts and permissions on your computer. Which of the following Microsoft Management or Console or MMC snap-ins would be the most helpful for managing and modifying user accounts and groups? A. CompManagement.msc. B. DiskManagement.msc. C. EventViewer.msc. Or D. LUSRManager.msc. Pause the video if you need more time. Your answer coming in 3, 2, 1. Now, it is LUSRManager.msc or Local Users Manager. I said it like that just to make it slightly less obvious. But again, yes, you use the Local Users and Groups Manager to manage the local users and groups. That's pretty intuitive. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the way that these questions were broken down throughout this whole series, not only by exam objective, but by each dot point within each exam objective, you're going to love my content over at journeytocyber.com. I've got a learning guide for you that breaks this content down for this exam by each dot point within each exam objective. As you can kind of see here, if you zoom in a little bit, I've got comprehensive notes, active recall questions, and practice examination questions, just like the ones we had in this video today for your 1102 examination. And once you're done with the document, you can head over to the online quiz database where you've got those questions randomized to give you a simulated exam experience. This is what people are saying about my last learning guide. Your learning guide is actually goated. I don't comment a lot, but it definitely helps with organized information and helps me piece things together more easily. Thank you so much. Update, your notes helped me pass my test today. I downloaded your learning guide already. I can see that it will help me immensely with studying. I tried some other popular resources, but struggled absorbing the material. Will you have one available for the 1102? Hey, that's what you're watching right now. Go over to journeytocyber.com and grab that for yourself. You have your complete content broken down by exam objective, your comprehensive notes, and your practice exam questions with active recall questions as well over there in the one document at an affordable price for you. And if you're super interested, you can grab the performance-based questions as well for 30 Australian dollars, which is what, 15 American dollars. So this is all super affordable if you're in America, right? It's going to be like chump change to you guys because of the conversion rate. So if you grab my stuff, you'll be as happy as that guy. If you don't, that's cool. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys.